Join us this week as we return to our home base to find a few issues.
We're gonna fix it or we're gonna make it worse trying. Finally get to the lake after not using your boat for 6 months. You can do more than work on things. There goes 30 minutes of my life. I think we're starting to get on the wrong side of our investments.
But of course, we have a little fun along the way.
Getting ready to go, trying to knock a few things out before the rain gets here. Here at this site, they don't have sewer, but they do drop this nice 275 gallon waste tank over here. It actually works out great. The only trouble is the inlet is on the side. So when you're done dumping, you kind of got to walk everything up, get it to all drain out really well. And this is one of those situations where I'm really glad that I had 3 sections of sewer hose, or else I wouldn't have made it.
Don't forget the trash, trash. I've really enjoyed our stay here.
Yeah.
It's a nice, quiet little park. You've got a lot of traveling nurses that stay here. This would be a nice little weekend getaway if nothing else. They have the big inflatable thing that you can do for $8 a person.
That's per hour. We failed to mention that on the last video.
The big blow-up cabanas are $25 a day. I think this could be a place that people see and go, oh, we need to go do that.
Oh yeah, and I would come back here in a heartbeat. Yeah, really the only complaint that I had the whole week, and it's nobody's fault, we had just some little pop-up storms come through. We had a couple of power blips, and I still had quite a bit of work I needed to get done. So that's where our Opus Mega 2 once again comes to the rescue, keeping everything charged, keeping everything topped off. They were so random. Last night as we were driving in here, we were driving into what looked like this huge wall of rain, and on the radar it was a huge wall of rain. So I did the quickest setup ever, got everything set up expecting to go sit inside for the night. That didn't happen. The rain all dissipated before we got here, and we got the most amazing double rainbow and a bonus sunset right behind it. Another beautiful day here at Lake Shelbyville, Illinois. But we had a few problems when we got here. We had let our white cart go completely dead before we left and forgot to charge it. So we had to do that, had to push it into place when we got ready to go. And old Brown is completely dead, and despite having it on the charger all night, it still won't crank it up. So it seems like it's time for a new battery. And speaking of batteries, this is one of those situations where the Opus just comes in so handy. It doesn't always have to be an emergency situation where you're trying to power your whole house or your whole RV. Sometimes it's as simple as you need an extension cord or a plug-in where you don't have one. And for me, since I have my Brown cart on the battery charger all night, and I didn't have an extra extension cord, I just used the Opus to charge the white golf cart. So later today, when we get ready to go run around with our friends, we'll be good to go. Even when we're hooked up at full hookup campgrounds, there's hardly a week that goes by, or even a few days, that I don't use this Opus for something. If you're an RVer, you know a lot of times there might be an entire wall that doesn't have a plug-in. If we're boondocking or the power goes out, we like to just set it right under our kitchen table and just power our computers, our Starlink, our iPhones. Everything works on that deal, and we can plug the entire RV into that 30 amp plug, which I think is a major benefit when we're boondocking, because that lights up all of our outlets at once. That lets us run our microwave and our coffee pot and our TV, even the air conditioner for a short period of time. We've had ours for about a year, and I can't say enough about it. But unfortunately, I can't just ride around with it plugged into my Brown cart to keep it moving. So we need to go get a traditional battery. O'Reilly's is open. It's been several years since I put a battery in that brown golf cart. I kind of cringe to know what it's going to cost, but we're about to find out together. $119.06 to start our 1980 something Yamaha G2.
That's more than we paid for the golf cart itself.
Yes, the golf cart was $100. I put a little money into it to make it dressy. I think all told we have like $700 or $800 invested in it. Well, $900 now. It's been a good investment. You get real scientific with this. This is a real intricate install. For instance, bungee cord over the top. So I like to zip tie all my wires together.
No way. This is an appropriate time to say this is not a how-to, but I think you can see that for yourself.
This was on the positive side, and I have no idea where it goes.
I want to be the one to start it.
So to be clear, I do all the work, get my hands semi-dirty, and you get to do the fun part, take the credit.
I'm glad we understand each other. All right, Brown, come on.
Choke it.
That doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound normal, does it? I mean, maybe the starter's bad, but it's never given us a lick of trouble, and that battery was older than dirt, so I knew in theory it needed to be replaced.
Oh, Brown.
I told you we should sell this stupid thing.
I will sell this rig before I sell Brown.
No, you won't.
I will too.
You can't live on brown.
I'll be homeless.
I've actually got a whole list of things I'm going to do here this week, because every time we come to one of our home bases, that's usually when we try to line up a bunch of projects. And it's also usually when we find out we have more problems than we originally thought. So I'm going to give that starter a good whack with a hammer and see if we can shock it into working.
Oh.
And if not, Opus is charging up our white cart, and we'll just use it because I'm ready to go boating.
That sounds like how I would fix things.
That starter's only hitting about every second or third lick.
This is... Oh! This is my kind of fixing it. I like it. Let me hammer on it next time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think it needs another hammer.
A lot of times these old starters, the brushes get sticky.
Not a how-to, unless it works. Aw, poor thing.
It's got compression. I can feel the compression. So it's not locked up. I know that. Well, we're done with this project for now. For now, it's a lawn ornament. A really ugly lawn ornament.
You stop talking about her that way.
Have a new starter and a new starter solenoid. We paid $100 for this cart. This was a little over $200, plus $120 for the battery. I think we're starting to get on the wrong side of our investments, but Angela won't let me sell it, so here we are.
Oh, it's my fault.
Just as my dad would say, hide and watch. I'm going to replace every part available on this thing as things continue to break, and then the motor's going to blow up.
You pulled the zip ties out. I didn't know this was going to be a how-to.
It's not a how-to, this is how I do. I've never changed a starter on a golf cart before. I've really never done anything on a golf cart besides lights and wheels and tires and batteries and stuff, fuel pumps, carburetors, stuff like that. But we're gonna fix it, or we're gonna make it worse trying.
He didn't disclose this to me?
Zip tie, zip tie, zip tie, zip tie.
That's very surprising. Oh wait, please repeat what you just said.
I said this was not supposed to be a very long project, but I'm gonna have to take the airbox out to get this.
But there's always a but.
The but is you're about to have to go get your gloves and do it.
Oh
Keep
yeah,
sassing.
our history of doing that has always turned out very well.
Oh my goodness.
That's a technical term.
Okay.
They're walloped out.
All right.
I never have anything I need.
One right there.
Here's my space.
You got the power turned down on it.
Oh, that's what I was hitting?
You're gonna strip it.
Okay, let me put a little more pressure on it.
And the result is a work stoppage for the night.
This is what happens when I help.
So you don't want to go get your gloves?
I don't know where they're at.
What holds you on in the oh, that fell off. You're going, what am I doing wrong?
I think he faked his credentials to me. I say just yank on it.
Why do you make me deal with this old stuff?
You need me to take care of this for you?
No, I just need you to hold a wrench while I take the starter bolt out. I know.
You know what this thing needs?
A replacement.
Zip ties. Hey, Angela, you want to come do a project with me? It'll take 5 minutes, tops.
Hey, Cody, why don't you quit messing with that old golf cart and just get you a nice new one that you don't have to tinker with? So that when you finally get to the lake after not using your boat for 6 months, you can do more than work on things.
You know what we need? More depreciating assets.
I wouldn't call this an asset. It's a rubber grommet. It just pops out. There goes 30 minutes of my life. You want to like clean that stuff up while I'm finishing this out?
You know, I was sitting here thinking, I thought, oh man, I hope he asked me if I want to clean that stuff over there.
You guys have heard of Ange Ventures? Now it's time for Cody's useless knowledge.
Oh, do tell.
This is not just a starter for a golf cart. This is a starter generator. So as it starts it, the belt turns and the rotations of the engine recharge the battery. This is reversible. This will fit on a lot of different models. So depending on where we put our electrical connection, it'll either spin this way, which is how we need it to go, or it'll spin that way. Reversible motor.
The more you know, smarty pants. Where did I put all my tools? I mean, normally I put it here, or in here, or sometimes I set it down over here, and now I don't know where it's at. You know what? I got zip ties.
And you grab me a zip tie out of that.
Yes, I will.
Well, hold on. I didn't need to take that off. Disregard.
This looks like fun. I can play this game. What am I looking for?
One of these, because odds are we'll bend one getting it on there, I
Did
imagine.
you just tell me? One of these?
One of these and one of these. This goes into here.
Okay. I'll just give you a whole bunch of those.
No, someday we're gonna get done with this. I swear. Who made this? This was a good one. Starter generator Hitachi. That's why it lasted all those years. This one's from Parts World, and it has a 1-year warranty. The Hitachi was $600. Needless to say, we're gonna try the Parts World starter.
So it's no surprise that we love our Opus Mega 2. It's been with us through a lot of things. We use it pretty willy-nilly. So when Opus reached out and asked if we wanted to help them promote Prime Day, we said absolutely, because we know it's a great product and they're having some crazy good deals, especially if this is a product that you've been looking at already. Now's the time. Prices are really great. You know, I like a good deal. They have smaller. They, of course, go much bigger. And you can see on a lot of the forums, people will stack these and parallel them and do some really crazy things with them. It's kind of interesting. Real life people, not just what the company's saying, you know. That's how we came to know them and reached out to them. And then on top of that, they have some giveaways with prizes totaling almost up to $8,000. And even better than cheap is free. We'll pop some QR codes and discount codes down here for you if you want to check them out.
Just a drain hose. That's all right.
Looks like a stage 3 rag holding things together over here.
It's not holding anything together. This is where our airbox hose comes in. So that's to keep me from getting any debris or having a wasp or a bee. There's wasp and flying creatures all around here today. Problem is I got to put the battery and all this other stuff back together before I can start it to make sure it works.
I'm ready to hear her purr.
We're just a few steps away from hearing her purr, I hope. But first, we have to make sure this airbox lid's secure. That worked.
This is my kind of mechanic work.
Moment of truth.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Hang on.
We haven't even checked to see if it starts yet.
It's gonna start. I know it.
Is it gonna start? Is this your car? Oh, you even brought Charlie. Now the pressure's on.
It's gonna start. I just feel it. Nice work.
We only had to spend 3 times what we paid for it to get it running again. $30-year-old equipment.
I think your math is off on that 30-year-old statement.
What do you mean? Oh, it's pushing 40. Yeah, 80s. I do have a mic on, don't I? But is it hooked up? We have a new starter for Old Brown. Actually, let me start over real quick. Okay. I'm not gonna do okay. Timer's ticking. Beep, 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 beep. You can't even cut wire with those. Are you serious?
It was perfect.
But don't actually cut those wires, okay?